What's going on, WWE fans? You're watching The Ring Report, where the wrestling never stops. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's break it down. What happened to Liv Morgan on Monday Night Raw has become one of the most talked about and troubling moments in recent WWE history. What was supposed to be a celebration of her hard work and talent instead turned into a moment that left fans angry and questioning how a company of WWE's stature could mishandle such a situation. This isn't a gossip headline or a cheap controversy. It's about accountability, respect, and performer safety. Liv Morgan's dedication to her craft is undeniable, and the way that night unfolded should make every wrestling fan stop and think about what really goes on behind the bright lights of the arena. Liv Morgan's moment in the spotlight. That episode of Raw was meant to be Liv's defining night. After months of storylines and rivalries, she finally earned a high-stakes match that could have launched her back into title contention. The energy in the arena was electric, fans chanting her name, lights flashing, and the cameras capturing the confidence in her walk. Every detail of her entrance was planned to symbolize her growth as a performer, her evolution from underdog to contender. She entered that ring, ready to deliver the match of her career, and for the first 10 minutes, everything went exactly as planned. Her athleticism, charisma, and connection with the crowd reminded everyone why she's considered one of the most exciting talents in the women's division, when preparation meets negligence. But behind the scenes, reports suggest that there were warning signs. During pre-show checks, production staff allegedly raised small concerns about her new outfit, not because of style, but because of safety. Those concerns, according to multiple accounts, were brushed aside in favor of presentation and visual appeal. What happened next showed why those details matter. In the middle of an intense sequence, Liv's gear failed. It was a deeply uncomfortable moment, one that should have been handled instantly and sensitively by production. Instead, the cameras lingered just long enough for viewers to realize something was wrong. Within seconds, social media lit up, and what could have been a simple technical problem spiraled into a full-blown controversy. The failure behind the cameras. Every performer trusts that the team behind the scenes will protect them when something unexpected happens. That trust was broken. The production team's delay in switching angles or cutting to a break revealed a lack of preparedness that should never occur on live television, especially during a women's match. For Liv, those seconds must have felt like hours. Viewers saw confusion and discomfort, and anyone watching could sense that something had gone terribly wrong. A performer's dignity should always come first, but in that moment, the system failed her. Professionalism under pressure. Despite the shock and embarrassment, Liv Morgan did what professionals do. She kept going. She tried to recover, to finish the match, to honor the audience that came to see her perform. That kind of composure under pressure is rare and deserves respect. Yet it was clear her confidence was shaken. Wrestling isn't just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and deeply personal. When something like this happens, it doesn't just affect the match, it affects the performer's sense of safety in the ring. Fans could see it in her body language, in her effort to maintain focus, even as she processed what had just happened. The corporate cleanup. Within minutes, WWE's media machine shifted into damage control mode. Clips were removed from official accounts, fan footage was flagged, and discussion around the incident was muted. Then came the official statement, cold, procedural, and dismissive. Calling it an equipment malfunction felt like corporate code for nothing to see here. That response may have been meant to diffuse attention, but instead it fueled anger. It made fans feel like transparency was being replaced with spin, and worse, it left Liv Morgan standing alone in the middle of a situation she didn't create. Silence speaks volumes. In the aftermath, many expected an outpouring of support from fellow wrestlers and executives. But what followed was silence. Few public statements, no visible solidarity, and no acknowledgement from management about what the performer had endured. The same company that promotes women's evolution and celebrates empowerment appeared unwilling to publicly defend one of its own in a moment of humiliation. The locker room quiet wasn't malicious. It was fearful. People within the industry know that speaking out against the company that employs you can have consequences. That silence became part of the story, illustrating how power dynamics in professional wrestling can leave even top-tier performers without a voice when they need it most. The real cost of the incident. The cost of that night isn't measured in ratings or lost minutes of airtime. It's emotional. Liv reportedly broke down after the show, overwhelmed by what had happened in front of millions of viewers. For someone who has built her career on authenticity and connection with fans, that experience must have been devastating. The company's handling of it only compounded the damage. No amount of PR management can erase the feeling of being failed in your most vulnerable moment. Fans saw not just a wardrobe issue, they saw a human being put in an impossible position. That's what makes the outrage real. How WWE should respond: accountability begins with acknowledgement. WWE needs to issue a real apology, one that doesn't hide behind technical jargon. They must also review their wardrobe and production procedures to ensure performer safety always comes first. Gear should be tested, backups should be ready, and performers must have the final say in what they wear in the ring. No one should be made to feel unsafe in their workplace, especially on live television. Beyond policy, there must be empathy. Listening to the performers who risk injury, scrutiny, and embarrassment to entertain millions. Liv Morgan deserves that empathy, not corporate distance. The fans hold more power than they realize. The wrestling community has always driven change, whether it was demanding better storylines, fair pay, or equal opportunities for women. That power matters now more than ever. Supporting performers doesn't mean spreading clips or fueling gossip. It means respecting their privacy and demanding higher standards from the companies that profit from their work. Fans should be the voice of accountability, reminding WWE that protecting performers is not optional, it's their duty. The women who step into that ring inspire millions. They deserve a company that stands behind them when things go wrong. What this means for the future. This controversy is more than a viral moment. It's a reflection of how far the wrestling world still has to go in treating its athletes with genuine respect. The women's division has fought for equality for years, proving that they can main event shows and deliver classics equal to any men's match. But equality isn't only about screen time, it's about protection, dignity, and fairness. How WWE responds now will shape the trust of its performers for years to come. Either they learn from this and strengthen their standards, or they risk eroding the progress women's wrestling has fought so hard to earn. A call for change. In the end, this isn't just about Liv Morgan. It's about the culture of accountability in professional wrestling. Mistakes happen. That's part of live entertainment. But what defines a company is how it reacts when those mistakes hurt real people. The fans, the performers, and the entire wrestling community have a chance to demand better. The message should be clear. Performers deserve protection, not apologies after the fact. Liv's courage to carry on through that match showed professionalism beyond measure. Now it's time for WWE to show the same courage. To face what happened, to fix what failed, and to prove that the safety and respect of its performers truly come first.